Hi, Alex. How are you?
Good.
So I just wanted to give this quote out for your listeners. It's pretty much has to do with the fear tactics that the government is using against us and all the false flag attacks. And it just is just perfect when I found it. Those who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. And that's
Benjamin Franklin. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just thought it'd be, like, really good for your listeners, you know, to hear that.
Well, that's how tyranny works. Somebody might do something illegal with guns. We've got to ban all your guns. Some parent might abuse their child. We've got to ban parents raising their kids. Somebody might shout at their spouse and a fight might get started, so we're going to arrest you if you shout at each other. Meanwhile, the government's mass murdering, poisoning our food, poisoning our water. They think we're animals. They want to get rid of us. Anything else, caller?
Oh, well, I'm just saying that I'm a nanny and I work for, you know.
Studies have.
Ron Paul, ladies and gentlemen, article up at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. He says abolish the CIA. He said we need to get rid of it. We need to take it out. In fact, what's the actual quote? You know what? Let's just play Ron Paul's quote again right now instead of me just sitting here and paraphrasing it. This is Ron Paul this week at the Campaign for Liberty, one of the regional rallies. And here he is saying we need to abolish and get rid of the CIA. They've had a coup over our government, and they have. Republicans and Democrats come and go, but the CIA stays in power. It's the shadow government. It's a big part of the shadow government. He goes on to say, get rid of it. This is courage. Here's Ron Paul.
They admit, but they're almost like they live in a different world. The military's down, the morale is down, the money is in there. They're going looking for a couple more wars to fight. Yeah. It makes no sense whatsoever. But no, we don't have to worry. It's not the military anymore because there's been a coup. Have you heard? It's the CIA coup. The CIA runs everything. They run the military. They're the ones who are over there lobbing missiles and bombs on these countries. It's not even the military that does it. The CIA runs this. And, of course, the CIA is every bit as secret as the Federal Reserve. And yet, think of the harm that they have done since they were established since World War II. They are a government unto themselves. They're in businesses. They're in drug businesses. And they take on dictators.
Is that not powerful? That's Congressman Ron Paul. You can go watch the video at PrisonPlanet.com and Infowars.com. In fact, I'm trying to give you the exact headline. It's lost somewhere here in my stack if you want to go watch that video. My guys are writing so many articles and posting so much that here it is. Ron Paul, the CIA runs everything. That's a quote from Ron Paul. And you can watch that video. And you can read the article that Kurt Nimmo put together at Infowars.com. And then we fished out another clip from documentary filmmakers here in Austin, Texas, that Tommy Pilata worked on in the late 1980s, interviewing Ron Paul, where he's talking about the CIA drug dealing and George Bush Sr. drug dealing. Now, that's powerful info. And you notice the media knew about these clips during the campaign. They didn't want to go after Ron Paul on that because the CIA Solicitor Inspector General found in 1996 that they were running in most of the narcotics into the country. This is an open secret. Just like it's an open secret that illegal aliens are above the law. Did you know that all over the country, in almost every major city, over 800 cities, illegals don't get DWIs. They don't get speeding tickets. They don't get arrested for not having a driver's license. Citizens do. And I talked to some of the Hispanic lobbying groups, and they say, well, that's okay. Everybody else gets arrested but illegals. You're a racist if you are for you having the same rights. I mean, America is a joke, ladies and gentlemen. The Austin Police Department can shut down a legal gun show because they say so without a law, but illegal aliens are above the law. This is a sick joke. This is a sick joke. And the government set the precedent. They're now giving matriculas out not just to Mexicans. The Mexican government pioneered this and made payoffs to people illegally in government to do it. Now all these other countries, Poland's issuing their own card, Russia's doing it. Venezuela, Nicaragua, El Salvador. They're all issuing them. So you don't have any rights if you're a citizen, but you don't just have rights. You're above the law if you're a foreigner. Because the government wants to give welfare and grease the skids for foreigners to come here to make them a political weapon against the republic, to remove the middle class and to bankrupt the nation for the banks. The country is imploding into tyranny. It's falling apart. And again, I was talking to one of my employees who formerly, a few years ago, worked at the city of Austin in gas and power, and he said more than 90% of the illegals don't pay their bills. And they just have another illegal come in 6 months later when they get their gas turned off and start a new matricula card. And they're ordered, you will give them free power. You will give them free gas. This is what we've been told to do. And again, just the illustration of how lawless government is. How lawless they've become. We're going to come back, blitz through a bunch of news, and then go to your phone calls. Again, I'm Alex Jones, your host. We're here live Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then we come back, of course, Sundays 4 to 6 p.m. And we just continue to expose the tyranny. If we do that, New World Order will fall.